Hey, it's Random Pop Culture News here, aka Mr. Meaning over you guys are wrestling truth not just Forge's channel. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, of course, Radeon, Odyssey, BitChute, Minds, Reddit, 4chan, and of course, Telegram, just in case the channel gets shut down, terminated, shadow banned, what have you, God forbid. Anyways, and it was like 5 days old. Actually, I heard about it like 4 days ago. Got a credit is due. You know, the video's way over a week old. It's 8 days old, but I only heard about it 4 days ago because, IRL life gets in the way. Got to do adulting stuff. Got to do my IRL job, IRL business duties, taxing, all the other boring ass shit in this world. But anyways, my friends, got a credit cards. I'll leave the link to his video in the description box down below where I heard it from. Got a credit to my man's Birdkeeper Toby, letting me know. Anyways, new Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And Pokemon reveal for the Scarlet and Violet DLC and Pokemon Horizons anime series. I really hope this is what freaking what's his name. I seriously hope this is what Terapagos looks like. If he looks like this, that would be freaking amazing, honestly. Because if not, that's going to suck. Because this is like a pre-baby evolution, or is it going to be the official evolution of it, or beta evolution, or I don't know, it's a different formation of it. Because if it is, that'd be great. And I'll leave the link in the description box down below, cards outside, and music in the background. Most people know that is already, but if you've been in the Pokemon music remix community from the early 2010s to mid-late 2010s, you know that is. Anyways, this comes from Alana Hughes. To update new details shared by the Pokemon company. So this is real legit stuff, so I've got a credit to Alana Hughes. It says update November 7, April 17, 2023. Pokemon company has now shared details. Their company Pokemon details has now shared the newly discovered Pokemon, which will be making its debut in the Hidden Treasures of Area Zero DLC. Here's what we all need to know about this mysterious turtle. Who's this Pokemon turtle? Or who's that Pokemon? This is unknown. Pokemon is reminiscent to the legendary Pokemon Terapagos, but its name is true. Nature enshrouded in mystery, and it is small in stature, not particularly strong, but when it comes to push comes to shove, can crystallize energies. I'm saying that right. The energy in his body can form a protective shield. Apparently, it can assume a dormant statue when it feels that life is in danger by pulling its head, limbs, and tail into its shell, making itself look like a jewel. This thing has to be like, if any of you guys remember Pokemon Sun and Moon, Ultra Moon, that people didn't even expect Cosmog was going to evolve into a second evolution Cosmog, and then it was going to evolve into, depending on which version you had, either solgaleo, or lunala. I remember that so fucking well. This has been a very long time since last time I talked about Pokemon on the channel. I think the last time I did the Pokemon related on the channel was when I did the Pokemon reaction. I did a reaction review segment of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC. And I was like in early February or late February, so 2 months ago. And before that, I think it was like October, right before the games came out. So very scarce and very scarcity. Very desert dry area of knowledge when I talk about this stuff. Plus, last year was the last time I was going to talk about a shitload of video game industry news. I was going to talk about it much more, except for like once or twice a month. This also goes on to say, I'm saying this right, yeah. In the Hidden Treasures of Area Zero, players will leave the Paldea region and are able to delve into a deeper world of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet when the DLC comes out. It's November, summer, I think January, February, and the second part comes out. So the second one I really want to play a lot more compared to the first one. The first one's really good too, but for me, damn, I wish it could be the second one be the first one that would be releasing the DLC instead of the second part. This is the older article, it's way older, but I still want to get my 2 cents into this thing. Pokemon Horizons began airing in Japan today, a 1-hour special look to kick out a new era of Pokemon anime. No longer is Ash the hero of the day, but instead it showed it to be the show is headed up by newcomers, Liko and Roy. The new series has gotten people already talking about, however, not just for a few brand characters. It looks like a brand new Pokemon is being teased to show its debut, with SaraB.net sharing a screenshot of the little creature on Twitter. It says, quote, "We say it looks like, and potentially, because it looks quite familiar. At least if you've been keeping up with the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and seen the announcement of the Hidden Treasures in Area Zero DLC, have a look for yourself." Everyone knows what this dude is. SaraBJoe.net. This guy's an OG fucking legend over here. So I like Dr. Lava a lot better, in my personal opinion. He's not much of a jerk-off asshole piece of shit like this dude is. Like, he thinks he knows everything, in my personal opinion. I'm just saying. So, I don't know if he's a nasty asshole piece of shit IRL or he's a cool dude IRL, but interactions I had with him on Twitter 4 or 5 years ago, he sounded like a jerk-off, very narcissistic, nihilistic piece of shit, in my personal opinion. Hopefully there's no Joe Merrick Therapy fans out there that don't try to shit on my video and give it a bunch of dislikes. I'm just saying, that's the interaction I had with him. So this is this cute little terrestrialized turtle, which can be seen with Liko and Sprigarito, looks a bit like Terapagos. The legendary Pokemon of the Indigo Disc, the second part of the upcoming DLC, which very, very hyped, excited to see that one. I saw, like I said before in my older video, if you didn't watch my video yesterday when I was reacting to Fast and Furious 10 X, that Pokemon and Game Freak, they got to get their shit together and don't be lazy. Don't get the game developers being lazy pieces of shit. Just make it a broken game. Don't make the DLC broken. Fix up all the bugs, the exploits, all the freaking problems and errors that the game had when it came out. Fix all that crap with the DLC immediately. Because I don't want to be playing a broken DLC part of the game either. I'm just saying. Because that's so much to ask. They're a $1 billion company, Game Freak. You make more money than Mickey Mouse and all the other things. I don't want to repeat myself, but just watch the video from yesterday I did. It says, with this gray and blue body, crystallized shells, and even its antenna type thing, its similarities are pretty obvious. Terapagos is reportedly related to the terrestrial phenomenon, and then this little turtle is surrounded by hexagonal crystal-like shapes. There's a lot more to it, so I'll leave the link down below. So yeah, real quick thoughts using opinions. Thoughts on it. I really hope to God this shiny looks really, really good. Usually when it comes to the mythicals and legendaries for Pokemon, they always hold it back for like a year and a half. And depending on where you live in the United States, or I guess Central South America, if you live in any of those countries, it's usually GameStop you got to go to after a year and a half later to get this as a shiny. Or if you live in Canada, UK, or Australia, or any part of Europe, you got to go to EB Games to get this thing as a shiny. Unless you're a hacker, or exploiter, or freaking somebody that DDoSes and hacks in the games and homebrews them, you'll probably be able to get this as a shiny way easier, obviously. This thing reminds me of like a double fusion. Maybe people remember Pokemon X and Pokemon Y, the fossil Pokemon, Amora and Aurorus. I'm getting a lot of vibes from that. That and a little bit of Tier 2 good too. I don't know, I'm just getting a lot of vibes from those dinosaur Pokemon. And then again, Terapagos is based off of a sea turtle. And sea turtles are reptilians. So there's that. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what it was originally based off of. So let's get into the second part of this thing. It's a little bit more serious. So it says Nintendo hacker Mr. Gary Bowser has been released from prison. But he still has $10 million as damages. I know this is like over a week old. I heard about it 3 or 4 days ago. I gotta give credit is due. Dude, Mudahari case in one of the games I heard from this channel first. So if I remember to leave the link to this video and Squish Balls down below, I'll put it down there if you want to look at it yourself. Whew, this is from Liam Doolin though, so I'll read the description box down below. The other one I showed in my video yesterday, when I was doing a reaction review segment of Fast and Furious 10, that was from Ars Technica. If I remember to leave the Ars Technica link, I'll leave it down below as well. And I'm reading from Nintendo Life. So there's that. So it says, quote, remember that Nintendo hacker Gary Bowser? In development of last February, it was revealed that he had been jailed over 3 years and fined close to $15 million+ for his involvement in Team Executor. I think it's Executor. I don't know. I think it's Executor. A business that allows Switch owners and their hacks to hack their systems and plays pirated games. In an update of Canadian resident who was 51 years old at the time. In the beginning, his sentence has now been released early from America's federal state prison, partly due to good behavior bonds, and will return to Canada. Bowser will still be required to pay Nintendo $10 million in damages, with the video game giant being able to take 25-35% of his gross monthly income if he manages to find a stable source of income of his homeland. So far, he's just paid off $175. Although this amount is unlikely never to be paid in full, Nintendo's lawyer previously explained, quote, how the company wanted to, quote, send a message to other Switch hackers. This, quote, this is a very similar, this is PR fluff talk, I don't believe anything they say, but whatever. This is a very significant moment for us. It is a purchase of the video games to sustain Nintendo and Nintendo ecosystem. and its game to make its people smile. It's for that reason that we all do what we can to prevent games and Nintendo system from being stolen. It's absolute like fucking crock of shit there, but whatever. Bowser was perpetually a salesman or salesperson for hacking the group of Team Executor, hopefully I'm saying that right, Executor, and also ran a website that regularly reviewed its products, taking about $500,000 per month from the operations. Team Executor, I think it's Executor or whatever you say it, allegedly made millions of dollars, and Bowser is believed to have been banked about $320,000 over the course of 7 years during his time with the groups. So yeah, overall thoughts, views, and opinions on that. I'm not saying this dude was an innocent guy, but man, bro, this dude's a literal slave to the actual, absolute like biggest corporate Japanese video game entertainment system company in the whole fucking world. And I'm not saying he was a good guy either. From what I heard from a couple of other channels and videos where I heard like this dude was selling a lot of malware and antiviruses and all that shit. Or viruses, I can't even say that anymore, but whatever, you get what I'm saying. Like, this fucking crazy, dude. I mean, this dude's like 51, 52. He looks like he's 78 years old. I've seen pictures of him already, so I'll leave the link down below. He looks like maybe a 78-year-old man instead of 51. Unless he was a drunken alcoholic, he liked to drink a lot and he liked to smoke a lot. I don't know. Maybe that's why he was a shitload older than 51. But my god, dude, Nintendo absolutely crucified this fucking man immediately on the spot, which I'm saying he was an innocent guy. And like I said before, I'll say it again, Nintendo's a corporate $1 billion, $1 trillion company at this point with all their successful video games, their successful franchises they had over so many decades. 80s kids remember it, 90s kids like me, when I was a 90s kid I remember it. And the very first two Nintendo games I ever played, when I was like 5 or 6, it was Duck Hunt Dog, even though it came out way before I was born. It was 88 or 89, so before right around time I even came into this world. There was that game, and I think it was either Legend of Zelda or Super Mario Bros. 3. And it was the very first Nintendo games I ever played, ever. And the first ones I ever owned, I think it was a third-party freaking game. I think it was either Speedy Gonzales, Aladdin, or Yoshi's Island for the SNES. So there's that. Anyways, links to description down below, cards on the side if you want to see the dude's face. Very, very old-looking dude. Looks like Tom Arnold a little bit. Anyways, yeah, I'm not sure if this is government overreach. This is like government overreach or like a little bit of a drunkenness with power moment Nintendo's got. But they wanted to make an example. They wanted to hang this dude by the freaking neck. Like, and I'm talking about like virtually make an example out of the dude. They are not fucking around. They never did. I'm glad that wasn't me. I'm just so glad I didn't get my life completely destroyed by the company I really love playing video games on too. Besides Sony, I love the shit out of Sony games too, obviously. And that's it. It's down below, cards on the side. I'm out of here. And read the rest for yourself, and I'll link the links to the videos down below as well. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys and angles. Talk me, Kimori's. I will soon. I see you. Guys, a good day, good night, wherever you're out there, serving future panels, channels, video game news, and the long news, which is drama news, either on Must News, celebrity gossip news, and of course, once in a while, reaction videos, type of videos, and channels, well, obviously. Peace out, with Starfelt. It's nice to see you on the flip side. Take it easy, stay safe, and I'm out of here. I'm gone. Later.